All right, hi guys, doing today we're gonna hop into the reading of Exodus 36 and 37. I would be doing the review of first or second John, but I was watching First John chapter five's review because I never closed the tab out, and so I thought that's where I left off. And I'm watching it and I'm just thinking to myself, this sounds so familiar. Did I tell one of my friends about this? Did I describe this to my dad in detail? Who did I talk to this about that I know that like half of this stuff already? And then I realized I looked back on the channel and I'm like, oh, or no, I didn't even look back in the channel. I looked at, I literally just looked at the title. Like, I think I was going to change the speed. I was gonna like speed it up because I was on like my third run through of it. And I was just like, First John 5, First John 5, and I was like, oh, this is First John. But anyway, we getting straight into Exodus again. Then wrought Bezaleel and Aholiab and every wise-hearted man in whom the Lord put wisdom and understanding to know how to work all manner of work for the service of the sanctuary according to all that the Lord has commanded. And Moses called Bezaleel and Aholiab and every wise-hearted man in the heart of whom the Lord put wisdom, even everyone whose heart stirred him up to come and work to do it. And they received Moses all of the offering which the children of Israel brought for the work of service to the sanctuary to make withal. And they brought him unto yet free offerings every morning. And all the wise men that wrought all the work of the sanctuary came every man from his work which they made. And they spake unto Moses, saying, the people bring much more than enough for the service of the work which the Lord hath commanded to make. And Moses gave commandment, and they caused it to be proclaimed throughout the camp, saying, let neither man nor woman make any more work for the offering of the sanctuary. So the people were restrained from bringing, for the stuff they had was sufficient for all the work to make it, and too much. And every wise-hearted man, according to them that wrought with the work of the tabernacle, made 10 curtains of fine twined linen and blue and purple and scarlet, with cherubims of cunning work he made them. The length of one curtain was 28 cubits, the breadth of one curtain was 4 cubits, and the curtains were all of one size. And he coupled the 5 curtains unto one another, and the other 5 curtains he coupled into one another. And he made the loops of the blue on the edge of one curtain from the selvage in the coupling. Likewise he made the uttermost side of another curtain in the coupling of the second. 50 loops made he in one curtain, and 50 loops made he in the edge of the curtain, which was in the coupling of the second, and the loops had one curtain to another. And he made 50 taches of gold, and coupled the curtains of one another with the taches, so it became one tabernacle. And he made the curtains of goat's hair for the tent over the tabernacle. 11 curtains he made them. The length of one curtain was 30 cubits, and 4 cubits was the breadth of one curtain, and 11 curtains were of one size. And he coupled 5 curtains by themselves, and 6 curtains by themselves. And he made 50 loops upon the uttermost edge of the curtain in the coupling, and 50 loops made he upon the edge of the curtain which coupling the second. And he made 50 taches of brass to couple the tent together, that it may be one. And he made a covering for the tent of ram skins dyed red, and a covering of badger skins above that. And he made boards for the tabernacle of shittim wood standing up. And the length of the board was 10 cubits, and the breadth of the board was 1 cubit and a half. One board had 2 tenons, equally distant from one another, and thus did he make for all the boards of the tabernacle. And he made the boards for the tabernacle, 20 boards of the south side, southward, and 40 sockets of silver made he under the 20 boards, 2 sockets under one board for his 2 tenons, and 2 sockets under another board for his 2 tenons. And for the other side of the tabernacle, which is toward the north quarter, he made 20 boards, and 40 sockets of silver, 2 sockets under one board, and 2 sockets under another board. And for the sides of the tabernacle westward, he made 6 boards, and 2 boards made he for the corners of the tabernacle on the 2 sides, and they were coupled beneath the coupled together at the head thereof to one ring. Thus he did to both of them in both corners. And there were 8 boards, their sockets were 16 sockets of silver, under every board 2 sockets. And he made bars of shittim wood, 5 for the boards of one side of the tabernacle, and 5 bars for the boards of the other side of the tabernacle, and 5 boards for the boards of the tabernacle for the sides westward. And he made the middle bar to shoot through the boards from one end to another. And he overlaid the boards with gold, and made the rings of gold to be places for the bars, and overlaid the bars with gold. And he made a veil of blue and purple and scarlet and fine twined linen, with cherubims he made it of cunning work. And he made thereunto 4 pillars of shittim wood, and overlaid them with gold. Their hooks were of gold, and he cast them 4 sockets of silver. He made a hanging for the tabernacle, a door of blue, a door of purple, a door of scarlet, and fine twined linen of needlework, and the 5 pillars of it with their hooks. And he overlaid their chapiters and their fillets with gold, but the 5 sockets were of brass. And now we go on to chapter 37. And Bezaleel made the ark of shittim wood. 2.5 cubits was the length of it, and 1.5 cubits was the breadth of it, and 1.5 cubits the height of it. And he overlaid it with pure gold within and without, and made a crown of gold to go round about. And he cast for it 4 rings of gold to be set by the 4 corners of it, even 2 rings upon one side of it, and 2 rings upon the other side of it. And he made staves of shittim wood and overlaid them with gold, and he put the staves into the rings by the side of the ark to bear the ark. And he made the mercy seat of pure gold. 2.5 cubits was the length thereof, and 1.5 cubits in the breadth thereof. And he made 2 cherubims of gold, beaten out of one place, made he them on 2 ends of the mercy seat, 1 cherub on the end on this side, and another cherub on the other end on that side. Out of the mercy seat he made the cherubims of the 2 ends thereof. And the cherubim spread out their wings on high, and covered with the wings over their mercy seat, and their faces to one another, even to the mercy seatward were the faces of the cherubims. And he made the table of shittim wood. 2 cubits was the length thereof, and 1 cubit was the breadth thereof, and 1.5 cubits the height thereof. And he overlaid it with pure gold, and made thereunto a crown of gold round about. And he made thereunto a border of a handbreadth round about, and he made the crown of gold for the border thereof round about. And he cast for it 4 rings of gold, and put the rings upon the 4 corners which were in the 4 feet thereof. Over against the border were the rings, the places for the staves to bear the table. And he made the staves of shittim wood, and overlaid them with gold to bear the table. And he made the vessels which are upon the table, his dishes and his spoons and his bowls and his covers, to cover withal of pure gold. And he made the candlestick of pure gold. Of beaten work made he the candlestick. His shaft, his branch, his bowls, his knops, his flowers were of the same. And 6 branches going out at the sides thereof, 3 branches of the candlestick out of one side thereof, and 3 branches of the candlestick out of the other side thereof. 3 bowls made he after the fashion of almonds of one branch, and knop and a flower. And 3 bowls made he like almonds of another branch, and knop and a flower. So throughout the 6 branches going in and out of the candlestick. And the candlestick were 4 bowls made like almonds, his knops and his flowers, and a knop under the 2 branches of the same, and a knop under 2 branches of the same, and a knop under 2 branches of the same, according to the 6 branches going out of it. And their knops and their branches were of the same. All of it was one beaten work of pure gold. And he made his 7 lamps, his snuffers, his snuff dishes of pure gold. Of a talent of pure gold made he it, and all the vessels thereof. And he made the incense altar of shittim wood, and the length of it was 1 cubit, the breadth of it 1 cubit. It was 4 square, and 2 cubits was the height of it. The horns thereof were of the same, and he overlaid it with pure gold, both the top of it and the sides thereof round about. And the horns of it also he made unto crown of gold round about. And he made 2 rings of gold for it under the crown thereof, by the 2 corners thereof, on the sides thereof, to be places for the staves to bear it withal. And he made the staves of shittim wood, and overlaid them with gold. And he made the holding anointing oil, and a pure incense of sweet spices, according to the work of the apothecary. And that will be all. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Peace.